Hello, everybody. Today we are talking about Mercury in Pisces. Mercury in Pisces has a cancellation of debilitation, yet it is getting closer and closer to the sun. So there is combustion happening as well. So we can say it is both, has a positive energy to it, plus there are some challenges to deal with. So, how do we look at it? How does it affect us? Hello, I'm Komilla Sutton, and I'm talking Mercury in Pisces. Do remember to subscribe, press the bell notification, and we are just coming towards the beginning of the new month. So it's a good idea to also subscribe to my newsletter because there's always a lot of written stuff there about the planets too. So, what about Mercury in Pisces? So Mercury in Pisces is debilitated. It is its weakest sign. However, this year when Mercury goes into Pisces, Venus is there. And this is quite often that is the case when Mercury is in Pisces. So Venus will cancel the debilitation of Mercury in Pisces. Firstly, let us explore what Mercury in Pisces means. Pisces means that it is very idealistic. It is intuitive, it is not very practical. So naturally, Mercury is very practical, business-like. When it goes into Pisces, that's not its characteristic. So up to 9th of April, Venus is canceling the debilitation. Canceling doesn't mean that it suddenly becomes business-like and practical. It just means that it is strong and it enjoys being in Pisces and it is not in any kind of troubled position. However, I would say that Mercury in Pisces, for all of us, we should be careful not to make any business decisions during this time. Our head, our intellect is not in a very practical place. So if we can avoid it, then that is a good thing to do. And then after 9th of April, Mercury doesn't have any support of Venus, so the debilitation is naturally there. Also till 16th of April, while Mercury is still in Pisces, it is going to be coming closer and closer to the sun, more and more combust, hidden from the natural eye. And then around 16th, it will also be in Gandanta as it crosses from Pisces to Aries. That is a Gandanta position and it's a bit unstable for Mercury. So we need to watch out for it. So how does it affect you? So remember, all analysis is from your ascendant and the moon sign. You can look at it from the ascendant, what your ascendant is, ruler, etc., what houses it is, and then look at it from the moon sign. Moon sign is more how your mind is thinking at a given time. Aries, Mercury is in your 12th house. So 12th house is house of expenses. So be careful about expenses. Sun is also there. Venus is also there. So be extra careful about how you deal with expenses. Taurus, Mercury is in your 11th house of earnings. It's not a bad transit for you. A lot of improved financial opportunities are there. I think it's a time to enjoy rather than making any particular new decisions regarding your finances. Gemini, of course, Mercury is your ascendant ruler or your moon sign ruler. Pisces is the 10th house. So it's very interesting that Mercury gets debilitated in the house of career for you. But at this stage, I think it is focusing professionally up to the 9th. The cancellation of debilitation is there. But do take care that you are not making any impractical decisions professionally. Cancer, Mercury is in your 9th house of advice, guru, spiritual knowledge. So Mercury in Pisces is highly spiritual, and but being in the house of advisors, I think if you are getting any advice during this stage, then do be conscious and also look at where the moon is placed, because your ruler is the moon, and look at moon's position before making any decision. Leo, Mercury rules both houses of money for you. And so this particular time when Mercury is in Pisces, your 8th house, it is very important that you are extra careful about any financial decisions you make. And almost most of the time, Sun is also in Pisces. So 8th house, unexpected results of actions you take. And I would be very cautious about financial decisions. Virgo, Mercury is your ascendant ruler, moon ruler. It is in the 7th house of partnerships, relationships. You may be being too idealistic about relationships. You may be thinking all very romantic, intuitively loving about relationships, but not very practical about them. So if you have to make any decision regarding relationships, I think take your time, although this can be very nice time as far as love and romance is concerned. Now, Libra, Mercury is a good planet for you, and it is with Venus and Sun in your 6th house of obstacles. So I would say to take it cautiously, even though Venus is exalted, it is combust, Mercury is in the 6th house. So too much opposition is being created for you. So take things slowly and don't rush into anything. Scorpio, Mercury in Pisces is in your 5th house. It is house of ideas, and Mercury in Pisces gives plenty of ideas. Venus is also there, Sun is also there. So this can be a very good time to generate ideas, to think about writing or any other creative task you do. But it's not a good time to apply those ideas, because Mercury is not so practical as to use the idea. So you can make the best use of it by thinking about things, writing them down and saying, okay, I'll sort them out at a later date. Sagittarius, Pisces is 4th house, so home, happiness, those are the main criteria, relationship with mother, and maybe just enjoy this transit. Jupiter is also changing signs during this time, so this is a pretty good energy for you. Not to do anything major, but just to enjoy. Capricorn, Mercury in Pisces in the 3rd house. Now, 3rd house is the house of action, and we feel we should be doing something and organizing something. Whereas Mercury is there, Sun is there, Venus is there. So there's a lot of motivation to do things. However, if you're relying on Mercury alone, Mercury may not be so practical, and it'll have some high-flown ideas, not always reasonable. So I would say that just be careful. For Capricorn anyway, Saturn is transiting your ascendant, so everything is done with caution. Aquarius. Mercury is in your 2nd house, house of money, Sun, Venus, everything is in the 2nd house. And while this is good to think about your finances and savings, but Mercury is not thinking very practically and rationally. So I would say that avoid making major investments or taking out money from investments during this time. Pisces is having Mercury in the ascendant, Sun, Venus. Actually, for Pisces, this can be quite a complex transit, because Sun rules the 6th house, Mercury 7th, Venus the 8th house. So the 6th and 8th house rulers are in the ascendant, including the 7th house. So there's a lot of confusion and feeling of obstacles and difficulties arising. So be calm, stay chilled out during this transit, and avoid making any mistakes. Of course, Jupiter changes signs, and it does move into your 12th house. So I would say, especially regarding spending, be careful as well. So that is it for today. Thank you very much. Do remember to subscribe, press the bell notification.